Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Slay the Spire Ascension level 20 run attempts. Let's start as the Ironclad, then do the Silent, then do the Defect, I think. Keep going in the canonical order, one after the other, and see what we can make happen. I love take damage for gold, because it means we can beeline a shop, maybe even 2 shops. Ooh, 2 shops? I kinda like it. We'll beeline, we should just go to 1, save our time, and then we'll fight an elite, fight a second elite, maybe fight the 3rd elite or a burning elite or something like that. But I like taking damage for gold as the Ironclad, because if you don't take damage, you just heal it back in 3 rooms. And I am going to go... I'm gonna think. Well, I hate this. First of all, I hate that this guy has 14 HP, and I hate that they're both attacking. So we're gonna take 12 damage, and there's literally no way that we can actually prevent that, unfortunately. 2 shops means double card removal? Yeah, but I want to buy stuff. I want to buy relics. So I'm kind of thinking go to at least 1 shop and see what the other shop, like skip 1 shop, go to 1 shop, but this shop has 2 question marks, but you know, it's less combat and less opportunity because we're only going to get value out of 1 of the question marks, so it's like, well, we're only going to get value out of 1 question mark if it's something that we take and it's not going to be a fight, that is. But let's go to 1 shop. I think 1 shop is probably ideal. We know we're going to be able to have enough money to afford a good card in all likelihood. I think I will go 1 Perfected Strike just early for high damage output potential. Although I hate this because we are going to be taking damage because we did not draw any blocks on turn 1. It definitely feels like the Ironclad is a little bit more, I'm not going to say dependent on the turn 1 RNG, but it seems like you get screwed over a lot more than if you were the other characters. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just this run, because this run has been kind of awful with the draw so far. We'll take a pommel. I will get cursed because we're going to go to a shop anyways, and then we're going to hope for something good. I cannot get them both, but only barely. So do you go for the strength, or do you go for Clockwork Souvenir, or do you go for Incense Burner? These are all amazing relics, but I cannot afford all of them. We could go Corruption, and a Corruption build I know works as the Ironclad. So if we do that, it would be Souvenir Corruption or Vira Corruption. Probably Souvenir Corruption and then go heavy on Exhaust. This shop is incredible though. Like there's I want everything. I want Whirlwind. I want Mayhem. I want all 3 of these relics. I want card removal. I want Corruption. But let's go Corruption and I'm gonna go Clockwork Souvenir. And the reason why is I'm of the opinion that we might be able to make a really fun, interesting, good run work if we play Corruption whenever it shows up. Now, right now we only have basic blocks, but if we add in better blocks, we can actually, you know, get value out of them. Strength can easily be gained through cards. The thing is, I actually do like Strength, the +1 strength, because it is an immediate benefit that is going to give you a benefit for every single shop. Sorry, for every single fight, rather. Every single fight is going to give you a benefit if you take the +1 strength, so I do like it. It's not bad at all. Let's hope that we can kill you. Exhaust Defend seems tough. I mean, for this guy, kind of is. We're not gonna die, but only barely. Should have definitely popped Strength earlier. Would have killed him by now. But at least we lived. Non-chuck is not really what we want. I will take a cleave for a little bit of crowd control. I kind of hate the deck that we've constructed for ourselves, but it is what it is. I will do an upgrade. Let's get that clothesline. Let's get the bash upgraded. We just fought Lagavulin. It's not super likely that there's going to be another Molten Egg. It's not super likely that there's going to be another Lagavulin, and I think I will fight the Burning Elite just to see if we can kill him. It is Gremlin Knob. He does suck big time, but we're not going to become vulnerable, at least, you know. That is a definite benefit. And we can weaken him for a few turns, so I kind of like this. 12 damage, huh? Well, if we can play clothesline, we won't die. Okay. That's okay, we'll just restart the run. Bit of a wonky start. We added corruption and upgraded it, and we had no other defense, which is an indication to me that we need to add in more blocks in the deck. Okay, we'll add in more blocks. I would like to get some free elites. I like the right path. Lots of rests, lots of possibilities for elite fighting, and if the question marks are good, free elites. I will add I'll add a pommel. I will take regret. It's no shop. We might bounce and hit another path up, but if we go right path, it's 3 elites. One possibly free. If we go left path, we're not going to get a free elite. I will take a Carnage and hope that we get card removal. Well, we are going to have to actually fight the elite without getting it for free, which does suck. I'll take an Inflame. I will take a Curse, because we're going to need the HP anyways. I will wait. I would love to be able to play the Inflame. We're just gonna hit him. Lose 2 HP. Add Mind Blast, my decks are large. I mean, I would like to get a little bit better about the deck thickness. But it's hard in Ascension modes because you have to... This turn sucks. It's hard in Ascension modes because you have to add in good cards early. Morgilioth, thank you for the cheer. Appreciate it. You don't draw Mind Blast at the wrong time because Mind Blast is innate by default. You're always going to draw it turn 1. Runic Dodecahedron, worthless. I'm gonna upgrade. Let's upgrade the... upgrade the Bash. One of these is likely going to be Gremlin Knob, and I think the Bash is definitely what we would prefer to have. Hating getting these multiple curses on the same turn, but we do have 3 of them in the deck, which is not ideal. We will live. Well, we almost drew no attacks. We get Vyra for the strength. I do like it. Pantograph I love. We'll rest, make sure we can live against the sentries who we're likely going to fight. Another Lagavulin. Actually not that bad. We can wait until we draw Inflame and maybe also pop the strength potion. I'm not that worried about slime because we're going to gain a lot of strength through our cards, I think. I'll be honest, I don't want to wake him up next turn. Our hand is going to be so garbage. We do have a spot weakness coming though, but I need to be able to kill him quickly. Well, if we need to kill him quickly, I guess you bash, and we should definitely pop strength. That's my bad. 1 defend will keep us alive. We died so quickly. Maybe I should have rested at the second to last bonfire. Not been so aggressive on the upgrades, but if we had just had a frickin' defend, we would have lived. Yeah, Ron Busabout, thank you for the gift sub to Lord Viper. And EduCom, I'll see you guys later. Or I'll see you later, not you guys. Okay, enemies in your next 3 comments have 1 HP. Is there a guaranteed elite path? Yes, it goes through a shop. Also, how did I have so much gold on the last run? Oh right, we took regret, we couldn't get rid of it. There's a couple of guaranteed elite paths, but I like the idea of doing the burning elite. There's only a 2 elite path on the floor, so we might as well go for burning elite. If we get lucky, kill him for free, have risky question marks, you know, lose a lot of HP, and then it won't matter, because we'll just heal after we fight the burning man. We'll go for it, we'll go for it. I will take a headbutt. Especially with the battle trance, I think that being able to headbutt back something and then draw it immediately for free seems pretty decent. I think I will take an Evolve. It's a card that I do like adding into most of my decks, and it's very good at countering the sentries. I will take 26 damage because we're going to get a free elite. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, I think I'm going to go Evolve. Having this card early means that we can take a lot of different cards that are good, but add statuses. And Tori is a very, very excellent relic. Here, I think I'm gonna go Feel No Pain. The exhaust synergies, I know they work well in the Ironclad deck. I think we can kill him. I think I'm gonna save the potion. If I play a defend, we'll take 1 damage. And then we can bash him. Actually, do a bash, then draw, then defend. And then any 3 strikes will kill him next turn. And if not, maybe we'll draw 2 defends, then we can just delay. Okay, so we'll play 2 defends, we'll delay. Any 3 strikes will kill him. This will do it as well. We took 2 damage, not bad. Metallicized Body Slam Spot Weakness, huh? I mean, do we want to add in more powers? We have Evolve, Feel No Pain, do we want to metallicize? I mean, 3 block a turn is not that good, but it's 3 block every turn for as long as the fight lasts. Could be worse. Trushka. Definitely worth it early. I will go for the elite. And I will go for the upgrades as well. I know this is extremely risky, but it hit 2 really good targets. And then if our boss is Lagavulin, then we can actually play our powers, gain strength, and then fight him, and then activate on him. So we might even want to do that right now. Pop Flex, he's vulnerable. We have 3 block per turn. We can apply the weakness. I think we want to headbutt bash. We're going to take damage, but we need to make sure he's vulnerable and killable in 2 turns. We won't die if we kill him within the next 3 turns. So I'm just going to go heavy on the damage and just hope that we have enough. I mean, for 13 or hit him for 12. I guess I'll hit you for 12 and keep the vulnerability going, because if we play 1 defend, we're not going to die. Well, you're doing 20 damage. We're dead. even if I play the block. All right. Maybe I'm going too risky on the question marks, but I still think it's worth trying for. But maybe now I'll actually try to go a little bit less risky because, you know, it's getting silly at this point, isn't it? Let's go for 2 free elites. Get out of here, phone. Let's go for a Shrug It Off. It's the first Shrug It Off we've seen all run. Let's remove a card. We'll remove a basic block. We've replaced 1 defend with a Shrug It Off. Already the deck is more defensive. Since there's a shop, we'll do that. Really want that Pantograph. I'm gonna go Corruption again. And I'm gonna go card removal again. Remove a basic strike. I'm gonna take the damage because we have 2 guaranteed free elites. That seems amazing. Bottled Lightning. I will put a Shrug in my starting hand. I will add a Bludgeon. I will upgrade the Bludgeon. Ooh, or Corruption. No, you gotta go Bludgeon. We know that Bludgeon is good. We'll upgrade Corruption next. Bottled Flame. Bludgeon. So we have a Shrug and a Bludgeon turn 1. What the hell? Give me Shockwave. I will take Preserved Insect. Yeah, I mean, that makes all elites easier. You know what I like about this? We can kill an enemy in turn 1. Will we kill the one attacking or one of the other ones? I think we're going to kill one of the other ones. I mean, if I use my Energy Potion, we can actually Shrug as well. Okay, Energy Potion, Shrug, Bludgeon, Defend. We'll take no damage, kill 1. So we're only going to take, at most, 10 damage in any single turn. That doesn't seem that bad, does it? Now, I know I do need to hit you guys hard. They have 4 Metallicize. We'll take 10. There's Corruption. I do think it's worth playing. Just so that it makes the other defense free. Now that I think about it, it's not worth playing at all, is it? Because as soon as you draw the other defense, you're just going to play them with the dazes anyways. You don't need Corruption in this fight. Yeah, maybe that was a little silly. Oh, we had Bludgeon. Probably a little silly now that I think about it. But he is dead. We lived. Power through Berserk Pommel. I'm going to take a... I really like Power Through. It's extremely good block. I also like killing you immediately. I like having the Bludgeon turn 1. I would like it if it was an Immolate instead of a Bludgeon, but you can't always get what you want. Thunderclap is so good. I'm taking a Thunderclap in case we can get Thunderclap Bludgeon with a 4 energy. Red Skull, Poker Chip, Toolbox, can't afford any of them. I will take a Bludgeon. I will take a card removal, and this is going to be a Bludgeon deck. It's going to be Bludgeon Corruption. Because that just seems amazing to me. I will take a Ghostly Armor. Ooh, Sundial on the first go. That's pretty decent. Here, I'm going to upgrade the other Bludgeon. And that's what the deck is. You play Bludgeon. Now, what would be amazing is Snecko. If we can get Snecko, we would love life. I could hit you for 42. I wish I had the Energy Potion right now. I could Bash Strike, but next turn we're not punching through to split him. If I bludgeon this turn, he's splitting, but we're only drawing these cards on the next turn. It's still not that bad though, because we can play Shockwave, and Shockwave into bludgeons will kill. Well, we'll play Shockwave on the next turn, and we're taking 3 damage on this turn. We will be weak, but Shockwave Corruption, or Shockwave Bludgeon will still kill, if you draw it. So, put up enough block. Make sure the... Make sure the left slime is killable next turn. Yeah, I really want Snecko. I've done bludgeon decks before, and they've been really good. I want it again. We're gonna take 9. Now we're just waiting for bludgeon. There you go. Barricade, Brutality, Berserk. More energy does seem nice in an expensive deck. Although I don't love the choice. And then you click Snecko, and then you say Proceed. It's a Snecko run. We have 2 bludgeons and a corruption. Time to add in more expensive cards. Now we have Preserved Insect. We need to fight elites, because I think we're strong against elites with Preserved Insect and a bludgeon, and multiple ways of applying vulnerability, including Shockwave. I'm tempted to go to 1 early shop for card removal, and then maybe hit up 2 elites, because there's only a 2 elite path on the run. I like the left path for camping after the elite fights, but the middle path does prevent us, or provide us with a lot of opportunities to do that as well. So I'm gonna go this path, I think. So Snecko. Our cards will randomly be a random cost. So there's 2 free bludgeons. And we only want to add expensive cards to the deck now because we want to get good value from the cards. Transformation could be good here. Strength doesn't matter with bludgeon. So I'm thinking you transform 2 strikes and you hope for things that are expensive. Dual wield is pretty good. Metallicized mech, but I like dual wield to make a free card multiply a little bit, you know? So bash, bludgeon, 1 bludgeon kills you. I mean, here's the thing. That is how the deck is supposed to work right now. So I can't be mad. In fact, I'm not mad, I'm very happy. Lose Golden Idol to obtain the thing that heals you. I'm going to lose Golden Idol and obtaining the thing that heals us. We'll go to a shop, see if there's expensive cards that we want. Magnetism I don't love, can't afford Clockwork, so we're just going to remove the last basic strike from the deck. We could remove Berserk, but let's remove the strike, thin up the deck, rely on bludgeons. Free Shockwave. Bludgeon, bludgeon. You get Mummified Hand, gotta love it. Impervious is an amazing card to add in. Calipers does work with Impervious. Metallicize makes it better. Corruption means you can play all of your defense and still gain block on future turns, but you usually don't want to do that. I'm gonna take the key. If we can add a barricade, we'll just add the barricade. We don't need to worry about the... I mean, we could get Berserk. If we add a barricade, we'll just add a barricade. We don't need to worry about calipers in that case. What do you upgrade? I think an upgraded dual wield into multiple bludgeons can work amazingly. It's not a great upgrade, but it's a decent one. I like upgrading cards, and oh hey, Snecko! Hey, how are you doing, Sneck? So, the other good thing about Mummified Hand Corruption is that when you play Corruption, Corruption makes all of your skills 0, and then Mummified Hand makes a different card cost 0. So it actually made Bludgeon cost 0. That's amazing. and then you bludgeon. Oh, it's good. Searing Blow, and we're gonna be upgrading other cards. This is not a Searing Blow deck. This deck is pretty nutty, yes. Shinigami 4KA and Karen DDDD. Hello, welcome you guys. Hello. Hello. I'm gonna do upgrade, elite. Let's be honest, we're probably gonna be able to kill the elite pretty easily. Let's go for a better bash first. Then we'll upgrade Shockwave, I think. Oh my lord. So watch this. Corruption, Shockwave, dual wield bludgeon, bludgeon. I love it. We turn 1 KO'd a fight that I took like 50 damage on the last time I saw it, on like the last silent run we did. It's crazy. We do want to upgrade the powers. We gain energy when we play the powers, so we do want to have these things upgraded, and if we can duplicate them, we're going to want to duplicate them with dual wield. So I'm kind of thinking either Berserk or Metallicize here. Corruption means that we can play the attacks that we draw, because we're going to be spending the energy on blocks. I think that maybe a Shockwave is what we want upgraded first. We're killing enemies so quickly, but if we fight a boss or something, we're going to want to be able to, have the fight last for a little while. So, give me a Corruption, Shrug, Shockwave, then Bludgeon is a KO. We'll play a Defend for block. We could play Ghostly Armor with Berserk to have extra energy next turn. We will be vulnerable for 2 turns. I'd rather just not be vulnerable, honestly. End turn. And we're gonna add more cards to the deck. I'm gonna add expensive cards because it benefits you to add expensive cards, especially in a Snecko deck. Like Demon Form. Absolutely, I'll add it. Why not? It makes something else free and it might be cheap. Cheap. So we'll upgrade the Impervious first, I think. Good emergency block. We'll fight the Collector. This is the first time that the draw has been a little unfortunate. I'll be honest though, I think you corrupt. I think you do. Now, do you duplicate Berserk to try to make Demon Form free and gain like 4 vulnerability? I'm tempted. Watch this. Now, duplicate Demon Form, then play 1 Berserk, then you play a Demon Form, then you play a Demon Form, then you play a Demon Form, then you play a Bludgeon. You gotta like it. You gotta love it. So, Bludgeon is a kill. We could just go for the Collector, I think. But, we probably want to go for a Torch Head. Oh, it's so good. Just to make sure that we can get through the fight. Okay. Not a bad turn for Impervious. Give me a Shrug. And then give me a Metallicize. We can still play 1 Bludgeon. And it hit Thunderclap. So we'll play a Bludgeon. Play 1 Defend. I mean, let's be honest, we should probably try to take no damage. I'm just gonna play the power through. We get wounded, but whatever. We have 6 energy. Kind of a bad draw, but we're gonna draw Bludgeon next turn, so there's a Bludgeon and a Bash. The Bludgeon almost certainly will kill you. We're gonna be weak, but we're gonna be 24 strength up. And we did draw the other Bludgeon, and it's 2 energy. So we flawlessed the Collector. And we have the option of adding in some new cards. Limit Break, Juggernaut, Immolate, Fiendfire. Immolate is an extremely good offensive damage card. Hits multiple enemies. If we can make them vulnerable, it's amazing. Fiendfire does exhaust cards, but if we exhaust skills, we would rather play them. We would rather play the skills. Juggernaut would make another card free. It is a pretty good power to have. We don't really want to be fighting the Awakened one, though. The powers would probably kill us, unless we save them. But Immolate is such good crowd control, I'm tempted to play it. Because, like, we don't really do that much damage. Well, I should say, we don't really play that much block, because we're killing enemies in one turn. When we start playing blocks, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 block cards plus Metallicize. Is that really worth it for Juggernaut? I think we just want an Immolate. I think we want Immolate for crowd control. Total power 7. Thank you for the follow. Hello, welcome. Could also take a Limit Break and, you know, get infinite strength with Demon Form, but with Bludgeons, we don't really need it. I don't think Juggernaut helps all that much. Unless we can get Feel No Pain or Dead Branch. But I'll take it. Now, do we want extra energy? Extra energy is nice. I think Transform and Upgrade 3 Defends is useful, though. We can add in some blocks if we need it, and Basic Defense don't really interest me anymore. We don't need the energy. It's obvious. So we got an upgraded Juggernaut, Havoc, Twin Strike. You know? Not that bad. Not really what I was interested in, but not that bad. Okay. We want to fight elites. There is a midline 3 elite path with a late shop and an early shop. Left path gives us more question marks, but middle path gives us more opportunities to maneuver if we need to. Rests in between all of the elite fights. I like this more. There's... I think we should go to one shop just in case we can find a Dead Branch. So Juggernaut is free. We do have a dual wield, so we have a kill immediately. Just doesn't matter. We don't need a fire potion. I don't think we need to add anything. True Grit is interesting, but I'm more looking for a Flame Barrier than a True Grit. This turn is not that good. We can do 42 damage to one enemy and then shrug. We can hope to make cards free by playing Juggernaut or Demon Form. Or we could draw. I'm tempted to draw. Singing Bowl when? Singing Bowl would be a little too late now, but it'd still be okay. Like, I'm thinking... Let's draw. And I still hate it. Well, we should probably... just bludgeon. And if we're gonna bludgeon because it's free, we could bash bludgeon to kill one. That's extremely tempting, actually. Like, we can put up blocks on the next turn because we're gonna get Shockwave. Relatively likely to get Corruption, Ghostly Armor. We have a block potion. Yeah, let's wipe one. It's not fantastic. Actually, you know, Thunderclap may have been better there, but it's not fantastic, but it's something. And we did not draw Corruption, which does suck a little bit. But we'll play Juggernaut. We'll play... Shockwave, Metallicize, Ghostly Armor, and I'll play the Block Potion as well. I'm not going to play Berserk. Berserk needs to be upgraded, but that was poor draw. We really wanted to get Corruption, because then you can dual wield Metallicize and then play them all, and we didn't get that option, unfortunately. So, do you play Corruption? We only have one skill coming up, so I think we actually don't worry about it. I'm just going to kill one, Twin Strike the other one. It will get something for free. We do have Juggernaut out there, so we are doing a little bit of damage whenever we block. This is a little bit better. Demon Form, Juggernaut, Thunderclap, Ghostly Armor, Bludgeon, Bash. For 1 HP down, and we did get a potion. Shockwave. We already have one. I don't think we need 2. Sentinel. Extra energy when you exhaust it is nice, but without a dead branch, it's not amazing. We have no strikes. We have no real need for cleave. I think you say skip. And here... I kind of like a Master of Strategy, but I would like to save money for the later shop. So I don't think I'm even going to remove a card. I think I'm just going to say we don't need anything. Yeah, it's true. Corruption and Sentinel is a pretty good synergy because you do get the energy back, but we don't really have an energy problem in the deck yet. And without Dead Branch, you're just using it to play another, you know, attack, which I guess is good, but... Yeah, I'm not going to add these cards. We have enough upgraded powers, we're probably not going to add in too many. We don't need Master of Strategy. The draw is nice, but it's not always going to be 0, and everything else is unnecessary, so we're going to save our gold. This fight could suck, but we do have a Juggernaut to help. So... I'm going to Juggernaut, Image Shrug free. I will Havoc. Not really what I wanted. A Bludgeon would have been better, of course, but did a little bit of damage to them all. We took a little bit, but we'll heal from, you know, Burning Blood. Corruption? Metallicize. Everything is going to be free. You need to be killed. You will only die if Juggernaut hits you, but even if it doesn't, we're only taking 8 damage from you. It hit. Love it. Now, technically here, we win by delaying, and that's because... No, this will work. We win by delaying, and that's because... of the fact that the enemies here get hit by Mercury Hourglass and Juggernaut. Now it's going to do 22 damage every single block we play, which means Metallicize is doing 22 damage passively. That's pretty good. Which means that kills you very quickly. Okay, good. Clothesline for added weakness, I kind of like, but I think Shockwave is probably going to be enough. We would like some additional status effects, but I'd much rather have an uppercut. It's very tempting to just get the clothesline though. But I think we need skills in the deck more than anything else. We have 2 bludgeons and a bash. If it's not an uppercut, I don't think I want it right now. And we do need other skills. Yo, double bludgeon. You gotta love it. So we can kill the enemy on the right instantly and then just impervious the exploders on this turn. That's gotta be the option, right? That's gotta be the best option. In fact, we can Berserk Impervious on this turn if we wanted to. We have the energy. Next turn, we're not doing that much damage, though, so I'm kind of tempted not to do that. But I do think you Bludgeon. Let's Havoc. Power through. That's enough block. So in this case, what we will do is Bludgeon, bash one of them. Makes him an easy KO target next turn. Not the best draw, but we can Corrupt. It's only gonna hit Shockwave, though. Well, Twin Strike's a kill, Shockwave protects us from a little bit of damage, so I think that's what you do. I don't love it, but we only take 8. Which means we took 10 damage on the fight, and we haven't even put up any blocks yet. And you're gonna explode for 30 damage. There you go. Not too bad. You know? Why would you not add another Bludgeon? If it's 3 energy, you just don't play it. And they're both free. Man, I love this game sometimes. So Demon Form hits Ghostly Armor, we'll Shrug. We get a 2 energy Bludgeon, okay. Hit you. Hit you. Hit you. We may have actually had a KO on the Reptomancer. I should have checked for that, because I just played the Bludgeons on the minions, but that may have been the wrong option there. Corrupt. We will dual wield Juggernaut. Juggernaut. Metallicize. We gotta kill one of the side minions, unfortunately. So I'll do 18 damage. So we'll do it like this, I think. I was kind of hoping the Juggernaut hit would hit the minion on the right. Even if we take a little bit of damage, we should still be fine. Because, you know, Bludgeon. 51 damage perfectly? Sure. Regal Pello, good to have, I suppose. I think I will rest. It's gonna rest for... It's gonna be an overheal. I think I'm just gonna Smith. And maybe get the Berserk upgraded finally, so it's actually playable. We can rest at the next campfire, especially if we take damage. And we have the blood potion we can use in order to keep ourselves alive if we think we're gonna die. So Berserk Impervious would be a good turn here, but everything is so expensive. I think you just might want to Impervious and say that this was not a good draw. We'll draw again next turn. Because, you know, Bludgeon's not going to kill, and I don't want to take 21. We could play Snecko to draw more cards. We're already confused. Now I think Corruption might be the good play. Corruption into a Havoc. A free Juggernaut. Then we'll play Juggernaut. Then we'll play Demon Form. Then we'll play Berserk. Then we'll play Bash, then we'll play Bludgeon, then we'll play Shrug, Bludgeon, Ghostly Armor, Impervious. Okay, gotta love it. Second Metallicize, it makes something else free, 4 block every turn, very slow, and possibly expensive. I think you skip. You only need 1. You only need 1 with the Juggernaut to get the block, or to get the damage every turn, I should say. But it does make another card free, I will admit. I'll add it. Tori is wonderful against the heart. It's amazing. Will we upgrade now? Altered Beast is reminding me that I do need to get the key. Let's get it now. We can rest later if we have to. Then we will go to the shop, and you take Strange Spoon. And the reason why is that if you play a skill for free, it might not exhaust. And then you can also take Blind to weaken all the enemies, but it's 0, which is not great. But I think you take Strange Spoon, and I think you take Lantern if you can afford them. We can't. I still think you take Strange Spoon, because if you exhaust a card via corruption, it's not actually exhausted. You can keep playing it over and over and over again. It's actually amazing. So we're going to take that, and then we're going to probably purge a card. We don't need Havoc. What do you want it to play? An expensive card? You just want the expensive card to not be expensive on the turn. So I think you say no to Havoc. Havoc is, it's more like a reroll on a card, isn't it? You play Havoc and you get another card for free out of it. So, Corruption, even though we don't play the Bludgeon, now if we play a card, it may not exhaust. That's a very slow turn, but we didn't have the correct play, really, on that turn. We didn't have the cards that we needed. Do we Berserk for the energy? We probably don't need it. But we can probably play a lot of powers this turn if we do that. And then next turn we can play Impervious, Juggernaut, Demon Form. We'll have a lot of energy. You know, I've convinced myself. We'll play 2 of them. Then we'll play Metallicize. It hit Berserk. Then we'll play Berserk so we can hit Bludgeon. I don't think the vulnerability is going to matter, because we have Impervious. We can play it if we have to. I'd much rather have the energy, I think. Just be able to play everything. So we'll play everything. It did get exhausted, but it's not shuffling back around anyways. We should be able to kill him in 1 turn. Calipers would have been a good choice there on that turn, hilariously enough. So here, you want to shrug. Either card is good. We'll block. Juggernaut for free. Twin Strike, Thunderclap, Bludgeon, Bludgeon, Bludgeon. Magic Flower, more healing. Not really what we want. Dark Embrace, whenever a card is exhausted, draw 1 card. Because of Strange Spoon, that's actually not that good. I think actually another Shockwave upgraded is what we want, so we can reapply vulnerability if we have to. And against Donu and Deka, we're going to need 2 anyways. I don't think that's that bad of a play. So, we'll play Juggernaut. It did hit Corruption, so we're going to just keep the ball rolling. Again, you might as well play your cards because you might be able to get them for free. I don't really want to take 27 damage. That's a lot better. It's actually worth playing Berserk here because we're gonna take 3. That's not that bad at all. Now we have the extra energy permanently. We can play 1 Metallicize. Maybe it'll hit the Bludgeon. Maybe it'll hit the Bludgeon. $16 damage. Give me the... I mean, either one has a 50-50 chance of being exhausted. Next turn, we're going to draw Dual Wield, Bludgeon, Juggernaut, Bash, 2 Shockwaves. Give me the Impervious. I hate when it exhausts, because you don't want it to exhaust, but that's okay. Tori meant I took less damage. Very good point. I didn't even think about that. Shockwave. Shockwave might not exhaust, but it did. Dual Wield Juggernaut seems wonderful. But we are going to take damage on this turn, but we can make every other card free in our hand, which I think is what we want. It's not perfect, but it makes everything else playable. So we will Bludgeon. We can do 21 plus 32. That's definitely a kill. Don't need these cards. 1 more question mark. What do we get? Duplicate a card in the deck. Do you go for Impervious or Bludgeon? We already have 3 Bludgeons. We don't need another one. We don't need another Demon Form. We don't need another Metallicize. We don't need another Dual Wield. I think you want a second Impervious pre-upgraded for good block, and it has a 50-50 chance of not being exhausted, which is great. Then, here. What do you want? What does this relic do? Magic Flower. Healing is 50% better. The only thing we have that does healing is Burning Blood, so instead of healing 6, it heals 9. But if we had a Reaper, a Bandage Up, Bite, it would do more healing, which is pretty good. So here, what do we want? Juggernaut or Demon Form upgraded. The Strength up is pretty decent to keep you scaling faster. So I think I'm gonna... you want the bludgeon. You want the damage. I think. Now, Donu Deka. We have to fight another boss after this, though. So this is not the end of the world. Or this is not the end of the game for us, unfortunately. We will Corrupt. Play a Shockwave. Play a Bash. I'll play Impervious. It did exhaust, but we have a second one in the deck. It's not that bad. This doesn't seem like a bad turn to play Berserk. We would take like 14 damage, which is not that bad, but we'd have extra energy permanently. And we want to be able to play everything else too, so I think you start there. Demon Form, Metallicize, Metallicize, you can play everything. We're not even taking that much damage. We're taking 8, 7, 7. Okay. You play Impervious. It didn't exhaust. You play Shockwave. Now everyone has vulnerability. The Shockwave did get exhausted, so we can't weaken Deka, but that's fine. You definitely want to dual wield Bludgeon. You could dual wield Juggernaut, but I think you dual wield Bludgeon because you have it for free. So we will dual wield Bludgeon. We can play both Juggernauts as well. So, Bludgeon, 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 Twin Strike, Juggernaut, Juggernaut. We're doing more damage whenever we play blocks. We will make it past Donu and Deka. We might make it past them at full health. We did have a Shockwave. I guess one of them didn't exhaust. I thought it did. Also, hey, free dual wield into a Bludgeon. Okay. Next boss, Awakened One. We do not do well against Awakened One until he splits. This is going to be a tough fight. You start with a Shockwave. You bludgeon one of them. I will play an Impervious. It didn't exhaust. Hit you, and turn. Okay. We don't want to play too many powers. We want to wait until after he splits, and then we'll play our powers. I would be willing to play Corruption, though, just to make the skills cheap. Having said all that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 powers in our hand. That kind of sucks. But I think what we're going to do is just Bludgeon. And then end turn. We really want to avoid playing powers if we can avoid it. We want to play the powers after he splits. And I don't think we want to play the Shockwave either. We want to have one in the deck. So I think here, you just power through, you Thunderclap, and you say, we're going to take 4 damage. Which is 1 thanks to Tori. 63. Hold up. Can I kill you? Dual wield would be free. Bludgeon would be free. 63. What's 63 times 3? It's 183 damage, which is not nearly enough, but we'd have another 63 on top of it. So we could do 250 some odd damage, plus 15 on top of it. Not enough for a kill, but do you just go for it on this turn? Like, do as much damage as possible, take 15, take 16. I don't want to place powers if I can avoid it. But we can't play this Bludgeon if we play Dual Wield without playing Corruption, so we have to play Corruption. What's coming up? Twin Strike, Thunderclap, Bludgeon, Impervious. 2 Imperviouses. I'll play Corruption, and it did hit the bludgeon. I'll play 1 power. 1. Extremely good. We'll play the 1 power until we can kill him. Then, now that he's dead, we'll start drawing more other powers that we can play. We didn't. Both Imperviouses are in the discard pile. That's extremely scary, but we can play our other powers. So, we can get Demon Form out, or we could just hit him with lots of bludgeons. Wait, are we... No, we're not dead. We have the Blood Potion. I think... Oh, yo, Magic Flower Blood Potion. I think you have to do that to live, because we're not killing him this turn. But if we dual wield Bludgeon, we can bash, and then Bludgeon, Bludgeon, Bludgeon. Demon Form makes something free. Demon Form, dual wield Bludgeon, bash, Bludgeon, 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 Bludgeon. We live, but we have to kill you next turn. Okay. Base Ascension 20 complete. We have technically won on Ascension level 20. Achievements will be unlocked, I believe, at this point. However, that's not good for us. Just one more boss. One more elite, and then one more boss. I really hope double boss does not mean double heart. Do you upgrade? Demon Form? Juggernaut? Or do you just rest for 11? I'm gonna rest for 11. Then we're gonna go to the shop with 58 gold. We can buy 1 potion. I think Dex is probably what you want. We have ways of applying vulnerability. I think just having more Dex is pretty decent. Warcry is interesting, but it's not going to be free, necessarily. And then you say, okay, can I turn 1 kill these enemies? Because that would be lovely. If not, we might want to just pop the Dex potion, because I know these enemies are freaking annoying as hell. We're gonna be vulnerable and frail in the fight. I think you Dex here. And the dual wield is interesting, but like, do we play a lot of do we play 1 metallicize and make something free and try to dual wield it, or do we just dual wield nothing? Or do we play Shockwave? I would love to play Shockwave, but like, if this hits bludgeon, we can kill an enemy. Can we? No, we can get extremely close, though, and take 20 damage, which is not that bad. It hit Thunderclap, which is still actually really good, because it removes their artifact protection. We can get Shockwave next turn. We will have 2 burns, but we'll have a lot of other cards. And actually, the Tori saved us a little bit of damage, too. This turn sucks. We're not going to play Berserk. Instead, we're going to play... Well, we might play Berserk, depending on what this hits. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. The fucking draw kills me. We can't play Berserk. If we play Berserk, we die. So we have to take 40 damage, unfortunately. Like, that is effing bullshit, though. I hate it so much. There's our Shockwave. Might as well play Impervious. We don't even need to turn around. We'll heal for 9, so we'll have 30 HP. Well, we're gonna have less, because this guy was actually attacking, and I didn't realize that. Should have probably dual-wielded the attack, but it wasn't free, was it? Yes, cost 2. You've got to go, my friend. Okay, we don't need that many shockwaves, it turns out. Give me a thunderclap. I mean, another thunderclap will kill you, I think. Will it? You know, I didn't run the math, but it should do 12. Yeah, okay. Okay. Give me an impervious, a juggernaut. Give me a metallicize to hit the other bludgeon, Pair? You know, 43 HP, not that bad. And entrench? I mean, I don't think so because we only have a couple of defends in the deck. We have power through, shrug it off, ghostly armor, and 2 imperviouses. We need to play those cards. We don't need to play entrench. And we don't have barricade or calipers. I think you just say, we're gonna fight the heart, and we're gonna hope that we get some good stuff. We kind of did. Ghost, metallicize, or do you just go shock? I think you might just go shock, but I'm gonna ghost metallicize, and it did hit shock, which is wonderful. Now, we need to get very lucky on the draw and not die. We can't play corruption, which means, well, I mean, we also can't put up any block on this turn because we don't have as many blocks in the deck as I would like. So we are actually just straight up dead. We cannot block for 50. We can't block for anything. But at least we made it to the heart on this one. Achievement unlocked. Ascension level 20 has been defeated. But so good. So close. So close! I mean, the Void didn't kill us because we couldn't play Corruption anyways, but it would have been nice to get it out there and then maybe play another skill in our hand. But we didn't draw any. We drew all of our attacks. What this deck needed was, I think, maybe dump a couple of the powers. We didn't need to take Juggernaut when I took it. We should have probably skipped it. We should have probably skipped Demon Form as well. Maybe add in another skill, but we didn't see... We saw one Shrug for the entire run, one True Grit, and no Flame Barriers. There just didn't seem to be any blocks on the run. We took a couple of Metallicizes, and that's it, and a Ghostly Armor. Like, as far as I remember, we did not get too many opportunities to take blocks on this run, which makes me very, very sad. But it was still a very fun run. 3 bludgeons, 2 imperviouses. Give me a Dead Branch. This run would be a lot more fun. But again, Dead Branch didn't kill us on the heart fight. What killed us was the elite fight, was not drawing any blocks on the elite fight when he hits for 40, and not drawing any blocks on the heart fight when he hits for 50. Our imperviouses were not showing up at the right moments, and that effing blows. But it was still a fun run.